Who is Robert Sepehr, and how is he a great example on how alternative history has a built-in ultra-right pipeline that you can easily slide down into if you're not careful? Robert Sepehr also showed that having an education and a degree doesn't necessarily mean that you are immune towards bad ideas. Despite having a degree in anthropology, Robert Sepehr promotes ideas like Atlantis, inner Earth, the real society, Nordic aliens, anti-evolution, and some problematic anti-Semitic claims. Robert is maybe best known as a promoter for the multi-region theory of evolution. So according to this theory and Robert Sepehr, humans evolved separately into different species. So the European evolved by themselves, Asians by themselves, Africans themselves, and so on and so on. And of course, according to Sepehr, Europeans originate from Atlantis, as we might suspect in a video from this channel. And of course, this idea ties into Helena Blavatsky's theories about race and the hierarchy between them. The whites are on top, and so on and so on. And this is also something we see in Robert Sepehr's videos. He also liked to talk about the real society, and this is something I've spoken about in the past. Now, the first connection between the real and the Nazis originates in 1947 by a scientist named Willy Ray, who fled Nazi Germany because he didn't like their, political agenda. Berger and Powell then start to build on this idea from Ley in the 1960s. But most of the lore that we find today online and promoted by ancient aliens and different people originates from much later in time. And the true origin of these claims that we see today is from Norbert Jürgen Rathofer and Ralph Ethel. These are two esoteric neo-Nazi authors from Germany. And another heavy contributor to this mythos is another neo-Nazi. His pen name is Jan van Helsing. His true name, on the other hand, is Jan Udo Hawley. And these three are the primary source for many of these alternative history authors, including Robert Sepehr, since at least the 1990s. He has also gone on and posted anti-Semitic things up on Twitter. And there's also history revisionism regarding World War II among this. And I just want to highlight on the last tweet here that yes, Jews did serve in the German army during World War II, but it's important to note that these Jews who served were purged later in April 1940 due to the political ideologies of the Nazi party. Sepehr, however, don't really take very kindly to criticism, and he really doesn't like listening to opposing views. And even the alternative history believers are approaching Sepehr with a little bit of caution. And I think this is because Sepehr is saying the quiet part out loud when he promotes these ideas. Since most of the ideas of aliens, Atlantis, or whatever your poison is, are tied to racist or nationalistic ideas, as I've talked about in the past, in the podcast and here, it's understandable easy to start to slide down this ultra-right rabbit hole that's kind of built into the whole alternative history movement. Even if some author doesn't really claim that they are racist, they are promoting inherently racist idea, and when the readers start to go down this path, it's easy to start to slide down into this far-right milieu that many of these believers might end up believing and identifying with. And whether these alternative history authors want it or not, they kind of have to take some responsibility for promoting these ideas and offer this slide into bigotry and a radicalization of their own movement. So while Robert Sepehr has education in anthropology, he have not applied a scientific rigor or scientific skepticism when he promotes his ideas as he should. But it's also very cautionary tales on how it can go if you, even if you are educated and don't apply skepticism in your day-to-day life, how far down you can slide a very problematic path.